If you want to create more, but things keep getting in the way, or even when you do create, you're left feeling unsatisfied, it might be a sign that you are out of alignment with your creativity and you might need to reclaim your identity as a creative person. Yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead here, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things you can do to help reclaim your identity as a creative person. If you feel like you're getting lost in the sauce of society or your working life or even your relationship, just whatever's going on in your life that's taking priority over your creative thinking, it might be time to realign yourself with your creativity. And there's no better time than the spring season. Now, the first thing we should do is just let go of our past self. Let go of how we thought about ourselves. Let go of what our old ego was, our old identity, our old habits. Just let go of that for a minute. Clear your browser history and set the attention of, I need to start something new. Let's start something new. Now, for me, I'm starting this new identity as a YouTuber or somebody that's making videos to help people in their creativity, right? So that's very much in line with the spring season of starting something new. After we let go of that past identity, the next thing that we can start to visualize and think about is, what do we want? What is our best fulfilling creative feeling? What is our ideal situation? What is it that we want to do? And even start to think about it in a way where, what would our ideal day be like? For me, how I started doing this, I just made a note of what I want to do in March weekdays and weekends. And this was my target identity. And I even wrote a list on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, like, do a YouTube video on Monday, work on mixing my music, practice guitar, even things like exercising, put out a TikTok on Tuesday, promote things, even hanging out with my brother, just any kinds of things that you would want to see in your new daily structure. And the third step, you might have guessed it, is to start implementing that new structure. Now, maybe you're not just tearing down your whole day and starting completely new, but any change you make is a change. So even if it just starts with one day you're meditating for 10 minutes, you are starting to change your identity, because your identity is made up of how you perceive yourself and what your behaviors are. So it's a mixture of thoughts and feelings, but also what you do and who you think you are. And these things just go hand in hand. So if I start identifying as a creative person, I will behave as a creative person. And sometimes it can work the other way. If I start behaving as a creative person, well, now all of a sudden I can reclaim that identity as being an artist. So we can pick up on new habits and new daily routines and just things that are shifting away of what we used to do and now doing new things. And even take a risk. Try something out that is like kind of out of the ordinary. For me, I'm in a place right now, I'm right off of a trail in Pennypack Park here shooting this video, setting up a tripod. A minute ago, a group of dogs just ran by me, and so I had to just kind of freeze for a minute while they were doing their thing. But I'm just rolling with it. I'm taking a step. This is called an identity stretch. I'm stretching my identity by an action that is just completely out of the ordinary for what I do. And through these stretches, we can start to implement more and more things toward our ideal situation. And once we start making those steps, we will start to feel it. you will start to feel like a creative person when you're behaving like a creative person, and when you're setting the intention every day to be more and more of a creative person. And once I started picking up momentum more and more with adding things in my life that made me creative, or just things that I do throughout the day, I even picked up another notebook. And my issue is that sometimes I don't remember what I did yesterday. I don't remember what I did last week. And that causes me anxiety sometimes, because if I don't remember, then I feel like, oh man, I must have wasted the day. So for me, I picked up a second notebook to just write down the things that I did throughout the day. And I can start to compare what I actually do to what my goal is. And even on Tuesday, I woke up at 10, meditated, I wrote down what my dreams were, I posted a TikTok, a reel, a YouTube short, I played basketball, I went on a walk and had a therapy appointment. It doesn't even have to just be, I created this. It has to do with how these things lead into one another and create the whole aspect of your identity. And once visually we can see how our day is compromised, it's not just I woke up, I went to work, I came back, I ate, and then I watched TV and went to bed. Once we can break out of whatever is in the past and even see on paper how we're making changes and what we've intended to do, we're accomplishing what our goal is. We're accomplishing making a change. We're accomplishing making our dream scenario into a reality once we start to implement more and more. I'm at a place right now where I'm not totally where I want to be, but I am making the changes to get there. And like even that notebook reminds me that the other day I woke up at 10 o'clock, but my alarm is for 9. So my goal is to wake up at 9, and I even set a new alarm at 10 o'clock to get me to start going to bed. Like 10 o'clock, you need to start reading, you need to wind down and go to bed. Even if we're not following through with everything, we're still making progress. And if you're in a state of just feeling unfulfilled, remember to commit to the process, and the process is progress. If this is resonating with you, or if you got value out of this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, even leave a comment below what you think, and maybe even what are you doing to start making changes now that the spring season is here. I'd really be interested to know. And yeah, if you know a creative person, share this video with them, and maybe they can get some value out of it as well. Cheers.